What's up, Internet Land? Zacchaeus Prime, aka Zacchaeus Prime, here with the Transformers third-party review. Today, the figure that we're taking a look at is the Dr. Wu Menace. And, jeez. This dude is just tiny. Let me readjust my lights. And then bring him closer. So there he is. He is a tiny little Megatron. Possibly the smallest fully posable transforming Megatron I've ever handled in my life. His sculpt is actually really good. He's got lots of good detail. Like the detail in the torso there. His face looks great, even though it's kind of hidden by that white paint. There he is from the back. He's got some kibble that you don't normally see on figures, but you know, we'll forgive him a little bit because he's so freaking tiny. He does come with accessories. He comes with his fusion cannon. Naturally, you can't have Megatron without his fusion cannon. He also comes with some of the gun parts that go onto his gun mode, which we'll get into when we get into the gun mode. Here he is with the Dr. Wu Optimus Prime. They scale beautifully. They are just fantastic little duo. God, they're just so cute. They're so cute. But yeah, just fantastic little figure. I dig it. To get into his articulation, he has his head is on a ball joint. So it's on a transformation hinge here, so it's going to look up and down quite a bit. But then it's on that ball joint besides, so you get some little bit of side-to-side rotation, of course. And he can look up a lot, which is good for, like, if he's flying. Right? Megatron flies around a lot. His shoulders are on ball joints. This one does not want to stay in place, but I mean, there's no function here to get it to stay in place. So it literally is just hangs out there. This arm has got a ball joint, so it's got like 90 degrees of bend, and that works as a bicep joint. This arm has no bicep joint, it's just a hinge. Pretty certain that they decided that the ball joint takes a whole lot more out of the arm than just a simple hinge, which is why they did that. This is an external facing panel, so he does have his hands, they just have transformation on them. They don't move or anything like that. He does have a waist joint. His skirt armors move, but that's as much of the splits as he can do. He does have, like, there's some like movement in his hip joints, but that's to help him get a like more better stance. His legs, unfortunately, they only go about that far forward, and then they go about that far back. No rotation there except on the ball joint itself. He does have a knee joint for less than 90 degrees. If you absolutely have to, you can fake a little bit more by going into that. But because he doesn't have the hips for it, bending at his knees is not going to do you much good. Excuse me. He does have a little mushroom peg at his toes, so his toes will rotate. And that's about it for Tiny Megatron. You can get some pretty good, like, wide stances like that, you know, just a big, and no rotation at this arm, which is a bit of a bummer. So he can't do the, like, cannon over the top of the arm poses, but he can do cannon poses. And he looks pretty good doing it, you know? So, I like it. Anyhow, let's talk about getting him transformed up. So, to transform, the first thing you want to do is remove his fusion cannon. This arm is going to go straight, and then you'll fold his wrist in like so. You're going to disconnect his waist from here. You've got this little hingily-do thing in here. With that being done, you can half fold out his barrel. Open this up, rotate his head in, and then close that. This wrist is going to rotate 90 degrees like so. You want to take this and rotate it around a little bit so that you've got space to fold in that hand. And then finish rotating around. There is a little slot on the back of the fist, and the little tab here. That tab is going to fit into that slot. It's not going to lock in place. It's just there to let you know where it belongs. You've got a tab here on the underside of this arm that's going to fit into his torso. You want to make sure his legs rotate like so. So almost like you're making him have like a gear walk mode, which he does not have a gear walk mode. You can unfold this, straighten that, click it into place. That's the barrel of that all done. And then all that's left is his legs. So to get the legs done, you want to make sure that the toes are straight enough. You can tilt the toes down. Oh, I guess that's a posability thing, kind of. You want to rotate these leg panels all the way around. And then you're going to rotate these at these joints down here. Make sure his skirt armors are out. There are these little pegs on the back of the legs. They're going to fit into these slots right here. And then there's short slots on his toes are going to fit into these little pegs right here. So it's going to go like this. Basically. Except those legs also peg together, so you'll do it like that. For the skirt armors, you're going to fold out this little part here, and then this all is going to fold in to complete the handle, and again with the other side. And there you have him in his gun mode. You can put his fusion cannon on top. That's, of course, the sight for the gun. If you want to, you can put this guy on the front. That's like a barrel extension. And then this guy, if you kind of just tuck it in there, now you've got the stock for the pistol. And there's the full Megatron gun mode. And it's pretty fun. The handle's really wide, so I cannot imagine anything that will hold that. Not a Masterpiece figure that I know of. Not a combiner that I know of. Yeah, I'm not sure. But he looks cute. He looks adorable. And that's basically it for Megatron. Dr. Wu Menace. Let's put him on the other side so we're not showing all the ugly screws. But yeah, it's a fantastic little figure. Heartily recommend. Especially since he's so flippin' cheap. But anyhow, thanks everybody for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.